Good evening and welcome to this week 6 matchup between Ategenos and Dragondarch. Will Ategenos be bridesmaid again in a race, or will Dragondarch be physically ill after the seed that just got rolled for him? I'm Furious K alongside Redbird Grad. Redbird, Dragondarch, they've seen some very rude seeds, but
Yeah,
they don't have Matric rolling for him tonight, which is what they were kind of worried about. Ategenos has gotten to the rough of opponents, I would say. They've had some really, really strong opponents, and they've gotten beaten up a couple times. So they've both found themselves kind of mid-pack, but we should see a pretty solid race.
yeah, it's crazy. They're both 3-2, and one of them are going to come out of here 3-3 because they're both very solid tourney runners, good Z1R knowledge and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, just like you said, just some unfortunate luck on the seeds that have been rolled and competition they've had and whatnot. But yeah, two great runners here, Fury.
Starting right at the coast, so we're going to see the instant coast item of a wand. So could be useful to see how long it takes for them to find that ladder.
Yeah, let's see if ladder's the Armos, and we just can roll off here, get a good start. Get some bomb droppers near start, which is always good.
Yeah, I love commentating Dragondarch's races. They always have that sprite setup. I think it's like Legacy of the Wizard, and
Yeah, it's
such a
that's one game
unique sprite set.
I never beat that one. Did you beat it?
Nope, but it's always amazing to see the sprites that some of the runners come up with.
Yeah, it's a really cool sprite. Alright. Let's make our Armos checks. Let's get something good here.
The only thing I don't want to see is another any key. It seems like keys can be the biggest troll, and if you get an any key, it just ruins all the fun of the seed.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah. You got to make some really good decision making with your use of keys and what dungeons you're digging and whatnot, and that can make differences in seeds, like you said. Any key takes that out of play.
Dragondarch making their way up to level 2. Just moderate luck.
Yeah, that's one of those checks that Agen just passed up, and a lot of runners do just because you're worried about the combat and coming back off the ladder. Dragondarch, you see, just went ahead and up A just because coming out that ladder sometimes is a little difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and around.
Bow is a pretty interesting Armos item.
Okay. Oh wow. Well, white sword, white sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a little bit hard for the runners to feel super trolled, given that they got great combat available if they can at least find a couple heart containers. And bow and arrows is gonna be great because Goma's no longer block you. Pole's voices no longer take 3 years to kill. Seems good.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny because you get all three of the 2 hit point items, 2 damage items. Oh, Agen's trying to do some swag here and taking way too long to do it, and I'm going to get on him afterwards for this. But he doesn't want to go up this ladder with these dark nets, and I don't blame him.
It's got an important item in it as well. We'll see if Ategenos decides to go crazy here. It doesn't look like it, because White Sword could roll up to 6, and you don't want to be on a candle for that long.
Yeah, I mean, you could, like you were thinking there, you could definitely go through and try to find 3 hearts, get the white sword as your first sword, take the candle, have the early exploration, but that's a little risky, for sure.
Now, if you go into, like, this 100 secret and you go into the candle shop and level 5 and suddenly you see 3 take any once, maybe, just maybe at that point you're like, okay, I get it, Seed. I'll retry.
Save and retry, or not save, but a retry, yeah. For sure. Unfortunate death here for 8gen. We'll see if he decides to keep that same routing or go somewhere else now. Yeah, he's going down and around. We got the bombs that do it. Makes sense.
Dragondarch makes their way past all the blue dark nuts. Doesn't look like anything was immediately missed, though. Maybe once we get towards level 5, we'll see something more.
Yeah, if we get like a level 1 or something up in here, that's a pretty big deal, but right now just some cash.
Yep, medium roll low, which isn't super relevant in this first quest overworld money setup, but Would like to see enough of those medium secrets to maybe find a wood arrow shop and be able to purchase it with the bow in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. $13 bombs is not bad, especially close enough to start. And mine on Dragondarch side too. There's a heart. Taking the candle first. Even though we did see a candle shop in the east, he's going to go ahead and take the candle because you're right by some burn bushes. You don't want to have to come back here. Do it twice. Ooh.
Big money.
Yeah, that'll work. Like you said, you want to see some arrows here pretty quick before you start diving dungeons. Still no bueno. Come on now. Let's see where Dragondarch's gonna head here.
Might just be cleanup of the northeast corner now that we have 8 bombs.
Yeah, for sure. Agent passed an 80 rupee key, and probably because definitely looking for the arrows and want to save that money. If you had 160, 180, maybe make that play, but just to pick up the first one.
Yeah, I think me and Agent have talked a lot about this flag set, given that we've commentated together about 6 or 7 times already, but it seems like keys, again, if you don't have the any key on the overworld or somewhere really simple to get to, has often become a big issue for runners trying to get into some of the smaller dungeons, especially 1 and occasionally 3 and 4 continue the troll. So it's always nice to see runners kind of focus on those keys early on, but I do definitely get with the bow in hand wanting the wood arrows first.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Agent walking into a room of blue Lionels, so a little more combat there than we wanted to see. We want to see something free, and that's why he's going to go up A and get out of there. And get trolled by the location you pop out of that dungeon from. Man, Fury, the east is a tough place to start just because anytime you up A on the overworld, it is a long walk back to wherever you're going next.
Yeah, I think both runners were hoping for any road somewhere on the eastern side of the map. Doesn't seem like there is one over there. At least not one readily available pre-raft, perhaps.
Yep, for sure. Good candlebot movement from Agen, getting around those 2 hit point damage enemies. $99 arrows. He happens to have 100. Worked out for him there.
1 rupee and a dream.
Yeah. Got 1. That's all you need to finish the game. Speaking of 1.
Yep, but 0 keys for this level 1, so if there's early key doors, it's going to be a fun time. It looks like another vanilla item setup, though, in this first room.
That's true. The nice thing here, though, is that we're really just looking for the Triforce and drop rooms like that, because you get that early item on the ground, you're not clearing as many rooms as usual.
Also pretty generous from the seed to give them a double shutter door start, so no keys required just yet. And we're continuing that trend.
Yeah, that's good. And also getting the compass tells you kind of, let's go this way. You don't have the map yet. Probably an early map here, this room or the next one, I would think. Hopefully. There's the heart.
Yeah, the algorithm's supposed to spit out a map in a pretty early room. Could be as deep as this. However, if it gets much deeper, the other trend I see is if a bomb wall is available right off the start room, sometimes that's what's hiding the map. That could be the biggest troll.
Well, the bummer there for that room is that's a push block room that could be the item. It's also 2 keys needed to get past there. So 3 bummers for Agent in that one room. I can't do anything without that recorder.
At least we got some knowledge of 1. We got decent exploration. We got a heart container, which could help us with light swords. So we've got a couple things we could use.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And good knowledge to go back when you got a couple keys and ready to roll again.
Dragondarch did not. Yeah, Dragondarch didn't go down to that southern coast because they wanted to route up into the northeast corner again and clear those bomb spots. So now they found their large secret. So once they find wood arrows, which I think was in the desert shop, they can go ahead and purchase those. It appears it's not the rare shop, though, as it's also underneath that burn spot, and that looks like it's Magical Sword by the candle shop near Vanilla Start.
Yeah, having all the knowledge of the swords early on is really good, so they can kind of route that in later if need be. This has just kind of been a flag set to where, you know, mags are almost in play every seed.
Yeah, this flag set, because of the overworld blocks, tends to lean towards a lot of digging of dungeons and a lot of completionist percent, so you end up getting a whole bunch of hearts in the process.
Yeah, definitely. Agent going to come back and do the vanilla 8 checks and all this on the east side. Dragondarch finding level 5 for us.
It matches their opening tunic, it looks like.
Color match is great there.
Could be an instant staircase right there, but it's not exactly the greatest of rooms to clear. And
No.
Zelda will not be in the vanilla room. Instead, it's Goma occupying it. But at least you don't have to clear that room, since there's not going to be a drop there. Continue on.
Right. That's an easy little room clear here, and so you usually drop something, so we get a map early on here. There's a key. That'll be good. Agent picked up another heart, too, so he's 2/3 of the way to a guaranteed white sword in the northeast, so this is something that he'll probably make a play on here. It might be worth it if you can grab this right now.
I'm a little surprised you didn't just save out right there and then kind of retry into that first mob and get the chance at getting up to 8 bombs, but it's going to head up here. We'll see. Again, 66% chance, and we got a bomb drop anyway, so now it's a moot point.
Yeah, there's so many bomb droppers on this east coast, both south and north, which is nice. Ooh, there's our... Oh, I thought it was a ladder. I forgot the sprite set fooled me there.
Level 9, so that's not going to be blocked.
Kind of a good location you can get to from almost anywhere in the world, too, when it's time to route to the end of the game. You can scroll in from the northwest, you can get there from the south. Not bad at all.
Alright, do we have a winner?
We do. So
It's
leaving... Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's a pretty early advantage given that Dragondarch has not been able to find the same amount of Harketeers that Ategenos has, so props to Ategenos for being able to find level 1, get in there and get himself at least a heart out there. Dragondarch, though, they may have a chance at this. We still don't know if it's 5 or 4.
Yeah, it might even be worth it, too. I mean, that white sword is just such a difference maker, but you're also thinking, too, I've got 4, I've got a chance to get arrows here soon, I've already got the bow, I'm going to have 2 points of damage. Why waste time going up there until I'm a little more sure of it?
Alright, now I'm officially disappointed in Agent. We talked about these keys, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a little, well, going back to a shop with keys in it, so...
Oh, I see. He
Here.
knows where the 74 is. That's fair.
$10 cheaper or whatever.
Buy another.
Absolutely. Got the arrows, keys, what else are you going to need them for? The money for? Maybe a bomb upgrade inside a level, but...
Alright, now what I need him to do is find the dungeon with the bait block that's hard required.
Absolutely. All you do there is just keep going to the overworld, you're going to get another 100 secret anyway.
So is he going to screen wrap his way back to level 1, or what's his plan?
Yeah, if he was going to do this, I think you save and just use a key one way, but that's so far that maybe just go. I bet he's going to 1, though.
And meme secrets aren't in the best of shape. They're pretty much minimum, or close enough.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Took him out, dude.
Dragondarch makes it to the south coast. They get heart container number 5. I think at this point, I think any runner feels like 5 hearts is good enough to make the gamble that you're going to be able to pick up the white sword item and head that way.
Yeah, 100%, for sure. If I'm 2/3 towards anything, any type of check in this game, I usually make the play for it. Item in a level, gamble at 9, white sword, I'll take 66. Yeah, question in chat there, Fury. Isn't there a danger if you spend all your money you need to buy bait? There's a little bit of a danger there. Bait is usually not required. It's a rare seed that bait is required, and a lot of times, if it is, you can get the money back some other way. There's so many medium secrets on First Quest Overworld, and you get 3 larges that you're going to get your money for it.
Yeah, I think even with 26 rupees as the medium secret, it's what, like 9 or 10 on the first quest, so you're getting almost, you're getting north of a blue ring in terms of medium secrets.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's 3, 9, and 3. 3 smalls, 9 mediums, and 3 large. Something like that. Does pick up their white sword.
The only reason I know how many smalls and larges there are is because of the suave. I know it's 4 and 3 for first quest, and then you lose 2 of the 3 large and trade them off for smalls, so you get like 1 and 6 in second quest.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. So Agent could not get past the Triforce there to check for the last item. I still think it's going to be in that waffle room there, down in the south. But there could be another one somewhere further.
I did commentary on a race. I think it was Shaddy and TA, and there was a Dig Dogger block in level 1 on a double push block room, and TA left, and Shaddy burned some keys and found a right-hand staircase with the silvers, and TA had to come back well later in the seed to pick up the silvers.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, the other thing too here is that Agent's going to be able to probably pick up some more keys because as he's going through looking for these, one usually has a lot of item dropping rooms. There's a map.
It's a very oddly shaped one. You've got this really weird corridor that wraps around almost back towards the way you came in.
Yeah, it's very odd. I don't think I've ever seen anything that wraps that far south and around. Is this it? No, this is not a push block room. No wall masters there, no key. The rare come in and leave room.
Dragondarch meanwhile finds level 8 on their side. 2 items in here, but it's kind of a potentially awful dig depending on how big it's rolled in the seed.
Yeah, find the blue Lionels. This time coming in with the white sword that Agent didn't have, so may look at a couple extra rooms here. So kind of the order that you find levels in might make a difference here if there's an early item, like you said.
Alright, we're going to find out if we are in fact blocked in this level 1 by the Dig Dogger. The answer, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Dragondarch finding out the fires do go down in a bomb, and yeah, that 8 map, I almost would have just left the moment I saw that.
Just up A. Give me some more hearts before I get stuck somewhere in the middle of this to some tough combat and have to come back through this. Oh my god. Red ring.
Well, I'm down for a reroll. What about you?
Yeah, red ring, white sword, bow already. Wands on the coast as soon as we get the ladder. This is a pretty generous seed, Fury.
Dragondarch decides not to take the Triforce, gets blocked in by the Goma, but it's not that big a troll when you have bow and wood arrows, so should be that big a deal. And Virus actually rolled down to 2. That's good news.
Yeah. And the crazy thing here is, the red ring, everybody's like, Agent's pretty good, doesn't really need it. Watch all the combat that Dragondarch's getting ready to do on Dragondarch's side in level 8, and then pretend like you have a red ring coming in here. You're able to clear rooms that much faster because you don't have to be as cautious.
Dragondarch looks into that room, sees a Dig Dogger, and says, nope, I'm not going to grab my Triforce. A little surprised it didn't bomb down in that room just to see what was down that little one-off spot. Maybe clear a couple more of the spots down there just so that you don't have to come back in there later and go all the way down the bottom. But otherwise, I don't blame them for deciding to leave.
No, absolutely not. It's a lot of time commitment to keep going through those rooms there. Dragondarch going to find level 1 as well. With a key. It's important.
I feel like HN only had to burn maybe 1 key really to get anywhere deep into that dungeon, so it's at least possible that Dragondarch can get their key refunded. I think HN had, 3 or 4 when he left? I think he had all 4 of these keys he currently has, so seems like it was key rich, level 1.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that when you get down to that split, if you go the wrong way, it gave you a key back, so he's able to come back through. So one should be enough, like you said.
Alright, here comes. What do you think? Staircase to. Yeah.
That was too early. Yeah, I think so.
It looked almost like it wanted to be segmented. In fact, given that you start in the northwest and the staircase takes you all the way to the southeast of this level 5, I'm gonna go ahead and guess it is.
Probably segmented, yeah, for sure.
In before they get the map, and it's some windy snake-like path, all linear.
Right. This could be the item room right here. Let's see. All right, what we got? Either double segmented or the item. Ooh, okay.
Vanilla flute.
Vanilla flute. We saw a flute block to the east in level 8 when Dragondarch was in there, so Agen might be able to explore a little more than Dragondarch was, but we'll see what happens when he goes back.
If it's me and I have the flute, oh baby.
Oh, it might be.
I feel like there was another room up in this one. Yeah, so the chances of this being required are a little bit slim still.
Well, I don't think he actually finished clearing the staircase room over here, did he?
Nope.
That he popped out of? Yeah, the east side. Staircase. Dragondarch with the unfortunate NSU Triforce that you have to come back through the middle of this level for to go past. Yeah, this right here. This could be it. Or a compass. Or $5.
Bait block, not required since you can go east here. So
That's
unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was a snake-like path as far as going from northwest to southeast, but you know, it's still segmented.
Yeah. And we are ladder blocked in 5. Well, there's 2 rooms here in this first part that he's not gone through.
Yeah, I think he's gonna clear out these rooms at start here. Just make sure that you're not passing up a free Triforce and never have to come back.
Exactly right. Use them arrows. There's a key. All right, so worth it even if nothing. Oh, he's got 2 more rooms down here. Dragondarch doing the loop in level 1 on the south side. Gonna pick up a key over here too. You know, the item room is under the V. It's the top room under the V on Dragondarch's side.
Yep, hopefully they turn around and explore all the rooms. I think they will with this level 1, just don't want to get trolled by that Dig Dogger block.
Right.
If they do get trolled, I mean, it's not an essential item to being the game, but it's definitely a nice quality of life item.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just like you said at the top of the broadcast, we've got so many rooms to go through because of the extra overworld block that there's additional combat. The red ring is actually pretty useful in these flags too. Even for the best of runners.
Ategenos now finds level 9 at Death Armos, which isn't too deadly in the seed actually, because it's just a bunch of P-hats, so could have been worse.
Yeah, that Armos screen sometimes is rough, and a lot of times you get there on half a heart or 1 heart, and you're like dreading coming through to check it.
Yes, watching him and trolling him in chat with his race right before this one, and he got the Guerrilla Overworld set, and that hit on the Death Armos, so he couldn't get his Armos to push. So there's some bad screens that can potentially pop up in these.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some good mixes too. I mean, you see like a lot of Wizrobes with Dark Nuts and all that type of stuff, and Guerrillas with pretty much anything else because they're snipers.
Dragondarch finds their red ring in level 1, so got their defense and offense both situated, honestly, at this point, just like 8gen, so should be able to catch right back up to them, see if they progress towards 5 and get their recorder, if they go a different direction.
Yep. Yeah, so far this siege just kind of lynch you. Because you're starting on the far side of the Hyrule, it's lynch you to go to the west in the same exact manner as the other person's doing, so you're going to see a lot of follow the leader here for a while.
A lot of people talking about the skills Dragondarch and 8gen. Both of them may have the slightest amount of rust, but they've both been playing this game forever. So once they get in, this is week 6. I think rust is now gone. These guys are just going to, or these two are going to kill it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dragondarch is hilarious because every time that we have a tournament, I don't really stay on the rando seat as much as a lot of people, but every time I see it, like, they're just really, really good. Like, there's, like you talked about rust and shaking it off and whatever. Every time I watch Dragondarch play, they're amazing at combat, really good router, tough outs for sure. And H-Gens is 8-Gen. 8-Gen is his own worst enemy sometimes, which is hysterical. I love that dude.
Yep. Looks like Dragondarch takes the express trip back to start. All they were asking for was no Matric anywhere near the seed rule. That was the one thing they didn't want. As long as that one condition didn't happen, we were all good.
Yeah. Which meant we seeked out Matric, but unfortunately could not roll it for us.
Yeah, the DMs went out, Matric nowhere to be found. He was denied. See, look, he's in chat, and I was denied.
First thing we said was we want Matric on the case. This is a kind of resource-heavy 4 here. We've seen a bomb wall now. We've seen now another bomb wall. Looking for keys. 4 is just kind of feisty.
Yeah, it looked like Dragondarch burned the bait to get that out of their select swap, so that's always a good thing. If you buy the bait early just in case and you've hit the meat block and you don't want to select swap through it, just burn it on them.
Agent, finding the compass says turnaround. You might go north and clear those 3 rooms and just pick up a few keys on the way back to the Triforce. It's only 1 more extra room. But definitely, as soon as you see that, you're in a race against Dragondarch, you just beeline to that Triforce room. Just something to do when you're only on 3 keys.
Yeah, this seat's already being really generous with health. I mean, we got the double heart 4 set up, but even still, 9 hearts at 26 minutes. I mean, could be on mags by about... Yeah, mags could be just around the corner as far as being able to pick up, although I'm not sure either runner's really going to route into it unless they just happen to be around.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like Ategenos tried to take the quick right and did the quick turnaround instead, which, you're trying to rush, trying to make sure Dragondarch doesn't have any opportunities to catch you, and, oops.
Yep. Alright, Agent gonna do some more bush burning here in the southwest. Finds our first take, Annie. So hopefully this takes us like in the northeast or something, so they have something close to start just in case.
I just hope this any road pushes our 2 runners away from routing basically step by step, just a little bit behind. Well, Dragondarch's got the quick advantage in 8, the Triforce there, but it seems like ever since then they've been right behind Ategenos' route.
Yep. Yep, 8, 1, 5, 4. You're going to see Dragondarch in 4 here in a second. Do the exact same thing. Agent finding 2 under the Recorder Lake. That could be our required item.
Yep, we'll see if it's the only block we have in this seed. Could be multiple still, since we haven't seen all the dungeon locations.
Agent wisely checking for Wall Masters. Does find a couple, which nets him the map in level 2.
Another segment. It's probably blocked by these Wizrobe. That would be fun. Because even with red ring and a white sword, always fun to see blue Wizrobe. Much less fun if it's this Goma, since we already have bow and arrow.
Exactly. Hopefully this drops a key in the middle, or a 5 rupee off in the other drop you see. Yeah, it does not push. Got some combat to do, if we want to go across there. Agent's going to clear out the entire top half here, though, before he does that, because that can't be a drop room, so there's really no reason to clear it unless there's no other room here that's going to help him out for the item.
Game is trying to persuade him to leave already with that Triforce. You can just Triforce and go and come back with Recorder if you're feeling really gutsy. Level 2 is probably not the best. Well, now it is. I was going to say it's not the best one to pass up an item, but since it's the raft, it's only potentially useful.
Yeah, there's a raft, gives him 2 more checks. One's close to start, so if he ever dies in the overworld, that's probably when he'll make that one. This one he's close enough to, but I think he wants to go towards the grave next, so he might not even do this check yet. Might be going west out of here.
If I were him, I'd check the raft spot, flute back to this recorder lake, and then head left into the grave.
Yeah, it's a good call for sure, too.
He says, I'm not checking the raft spots, I'm going to the grave.
Now, he could world wrap into that first raft spot, and then flute back into 7 or whatever, but... Or 2. Vanilla 7.
Well, I heard rumblings if he got up to this Death Mountain West, he was going to do the swag reset, so I'm hoping he does that.
I want to see it. It's my favorite. Yeah, talk about following the leader. Dragondarch does the exact same thing. Grabs compass, says, I'm done with 4, I'm going back, getting the Triforce. No other rooms need to be explored. Agen ready for a bomb upgrade. Got his 255.
Yeah, probably would burn at least 80 some odd rupees on another key if you found another key shop, but yeah, definitely bomb upgrade territory.
Yeah, for sure. Don't pick up any more rupees. Be aware of your count. Big Shield's maybe a purchase here at 255, but I can understand not on 3 keys. No any key yet.
Yep. There are several runners that pick up the Big Shield. 8th Gen is not one of them. I'm not sure if Dragondarch is pro or anti-Big Shield. We'll have to find out what their thoughts are on that later.
I do like that 1 extra room check that Dragondarch did there. Something I would definitely do too. Sitting on 10 hearts, we did see where Mags was, so maybe a play later, especially when you got the flute and you can route close to it. We'll see.
Yeah, if you make that raft check and by some chance find the heart container in 2 and this heart container, I think you definitely have to, because isn't it right around Vanilla Start area?
It is. I think it's just northwest of Vanilla Star or west or one of those.
I want to say I called it out as the candle shop area, but maybe wrong.
No, I think you're exactly right. Alright, Dragondarch doing the 8 Gen Part 2 tour here for us again.
71 rupee shield. Go for it.
You might as well, right? You're going to hit a couple more mediums on the way through here. You might hit... I don't know. You might hit a robber, but it doesn't really matter. 232.
I think it's more useful if you don't have Red Ring, but... you know, what are you really going to spend the money on? You're going to spend the money on 125 bomb upgrade that gives you 2 bombs? That's worthless, man.
I mean, if you get silvers here in the very next level, you're firing silvers like crazy the rest of the seed, but other than that... Here comes 7. You gotta do it now, you're in the northwest. You're not noping anything with 36 hearts. There's no way. It's not a screen you can cheat that door either.
Yeah, Dragondarch found their... Oh, look at this. Bomb upgrade. +2 called that. Not the price, though. But yeah, Dragondarch had 12 hearts at 32 minutes, so they've got a 60% chance at that magical sword pickup. I really think it's worthwhile if you go to that raft spot and check it.
I completely agree now, yeah. Alright, going to another part of 7 here. Dragondarch missed the raft up there? No, Dragondarch got it. Never mind.
They haven't got there yet. I think it's open doors the entire way, though, so should be a reasonable chance to see it.
Just glanced over and saw. Just the way that they went through that top part, I was like, well, did they see it?
Yeah. Ategenos checking for the Dave rower column, where it creates a 9th column or 9th row. Unfortunately, you can't bomb down into the HUD, so you have to keep on checking up here.
You never know what this randomizer will throw at you. Well, this could be the freest room. No, unfortunately, no. Here's a Triforce. Don't grab it yet. Here we go.
Well, on segmented 7. Let's go.
This could be the super room. Give you the Triforce and the item here. Wait, you're going to go ahead and knock him out. Gets a key out of it. Probably an any key here. Oh, baby.
Well, this looks like it's on the conventional path at 7, so good chance that it's not going to get missed by Dragondarch.
Yeah, he kind of was forced through this way. As long as you took every stair available to you, there really wasn't too many routing options there. If you don't take that second stair, because the first one was kind of forced, if you don't take the second stair, maybe, but like you said, it's on the conventional route. And this may be where the other 124 rupees go. Yeah, he's going to start right now. 4 points of damage is a pretty big deal. Just half the time.
He's doing the smart thing here and going 2 silver arrows and then a white sword hit, and that gives you the 10 damage you need to kill them based on their health roll for this one.
You still have 30 minutes of combat ahead of you. Might as well conserve a little bit. Surprised we haven't seen a map here yet, but we haven't really branched too far. Dragondarch saving the money as well on 1 key now, so a little fewer keys here. I'm not sure the difference there. Maybe a key was used in 8 that wasn't used before, but we're on 1 key here. Oh, and getting 120 when you only got room for 60. Money flowing from your pockets. Agent down to 1 key, so hopefully get an early, or not early Triforce, but a Triforce soon so that it doesn't get stuck down here without a ways to get through or progress. We really need a map here soon, Fury.
It just feels like we're way too deep in the dungeon at this point for that to be something we'll see, but it is level 7. The rules change a little bit as you get further along.
Just one of those where you need to just reset and look at your map real quick and see which way this thing's supposed to flow. There it is. Thank God we got it. Jeez. But they've all kind of been linear. Like 6 was linear, or not 6. 5 was linear. 7's linear. 2 was linear.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what this 8 looks like. I'm not sure if the 7 and 8 are stacked on top of each other so that 9's gonna be huge, or if it's gonna be one where they kind of both string out a little bit and we have a weird and small little 9.
Yeah. Like a 7 column 9 or something. We will see. Dragondarch is up here. Gonna be able to find that level as well. 7 as well. It is the very next check, but unfortunately with 1 key, I don't know if Dragondarch's gonna be able to get down to where Ategenos was. That's gonna be interesting inside of 7, something to watch out for here.
Yep. So far this seed, not too trolly, outside of maybe a little bit of a deep dive to get the silvers, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to get to the silver location because it was stair based and not ladder or not key based, but I don't know about the actual Triforce. And they're really being cautious here with this key, but they gotta pop it. I mean, you can't come back here later. You're too far out of the way.
Yep, there's the bomb upgrade. You're gonna take this one for sure.
Yep, here's the first stair. So on the right path, which is nice. You gotta clear every single room right now, though.
I feel like it's gotta be up. Wasn't it up in this room? That was kind of the weird path to get there.
Yeah.
Bomb up. So this might not be the most conventional, but I feel like HN was down here and bombed every wall, including one that wouldn't even work and couldn't find any way around. So this may just be a one-off troll staircase that turns Dragondarch around to bomb some more.
Yeah. Can't bomb down. So Dragondarch's clearing this, 1 for possible key, but 2 could be the Triforce room. Any of those right-handed staircases could drop that. HN up in Vanilla 9 territory. Nothing up here to speak of yet. Showing you how not to do the left to right screen scroll. Appreciative of that.
Right, our bombs down, bombs up, sees the bomb wall. I think at this point, as long as it's not key block, we're safe. So they can check this room up here, but then I think they're still going to check basically every room up here once they realize that there's nothing good in this northern room here.
Yeah, it'll be tough to come out of here without the silvers, which is nice for Dragondarch. What are we missing? We have not seen 3 yet. We've seen 5. We haven't seen 6. 3 and 6 are the two are outstanding.
Yep. 40 minutes in, both runners on 4 tries. Probably not feeling totally comfortable, but not feeling super far behind either, given that they're both going to have bow and silvers, white sword, red ring, recorder to get around with. So you've got some stuff that can get you through to the end, potentially.
Right. That ladder's kind of big in their mind. If the ladder's like inside of level 8 or something, it might be a little bit of an issue for Dragondarch, but other than that, I think they're going to both be okay.
Question chat, did either raft spot get routed yet? The answer is no. Neither runner has decided to go check the raft spots yet.
Alright, Agen is looking at buying a second key. I love that purchase there. Even though you got 90 rupees for silvers, that key is way more of a constraint than silvers are.
And you might lose the money to muggers on the way, so it's not a too bad decision.
Yeah, you can always get the money inside of dungeon just by killing things.
Just like that, we're at 0.
Yep. Good call there.
Yeah, he's Redbird, I'm Fury. Boof and Boom behind the scenes pressing the buttons. Shouts to them for clicking away.
Yeah, great stuff here.
As we watch these two runners go at it. Again, two runners in the middle of the pack right now, trying to get all the way up to, I believe, 4 and 2.
Man, this is like one of the only enemies, too, that you can't Kananaki because you have to shoot it vertically. So unfortunately for Dragondarch, I think this is where the run ends in level 7. And the Triforce is, I mean, you saw that. You have to go right and south. There's no way to get there because it's so linear. So I think this is where Dragondarch's journey is going to end in 7 here.
Yep, they have 117 rupees, so if they find a key shop, they will be able to get back in there. I don't know if there was one up here in northwestern Hyrule and Death Mountain, but may just opt to come back later.
Yeah, I think so. Just route it later. You've got the item out of it, which is nice. You can make this the very last dungeon you do, up A if you need to, or flute to wherever you're going to go for 9. So that's the nice thing. But the bad thing is, you got to take 2 staircases to get there. That's probably another 3-4 minutes just to redig, which is a real bummer for Dragondarch.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 2 staircases, though. I think they just went in the staircase and came back, so it looked like it was all one segment.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Agent does find level 3 on the raft spot, though, so that's kind of interesting theory.
Yep, so we're going to have a power bracelet in here, or we're going to have to dig 8 to get to our last dungeon that's certainly power bracelet block, just because the seed's trolling.
We'll go with this as the power. Let's be a little nicer here. This is the power bracelet for him.
Agent's going to skip that room for now because of the shutter door. Could in theory be a drop, but it's more likely to push.
Yeah, a room like that, I mean, instead of using your bombs where you're going to need them until you find the map anyway, let the compass push you back to that room, because like you said, that's not a push block. So now you know that room is not required at all. Could be your map, but...
It looks like Ichen's going to go and continue along in this general direction for now. Probably wants to see it to the end before turning around, otherwise you could consider a Triforce and go here, given that if the other dungeons, perhaps on this raft spot that Dragondarch's checking, you're go loaded.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is not, unfortunately. It would be something if we need all 3 overworld items here. And they've done so many overworld checks, there's not much left here.
Alright, do you burn the key up here when you're up here? I say yes.
I'd say yes, too, yeah. Agent saying
Agent says no, yeah. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him if there's no item down here, and he has to walk all the way back up there.
I mean, to be fair, there's 9 rooms down here, 1 up there, so I get it, but... Man, it's tough. Woo! That's a required room.
Yeah, the punch is taken out of this a little bit by the items we have, but it's always a good time. See if they rolled up. Please roll up.
Please do something. No ladder yet. If we have a... Let's see if we get a Chevy room down here. And the item in the southwest or something? Nope. Unfortunately, no. This can be our item, though. Oh my god, they're giving him every drop known to man. Right before he has to take this on, there's our ladder 2.
Well, rip 8th Dream for the ladder, but maybe the power bracelet.
Yeah, power bracelet might be required, and it might be inside level 8. I'm trying to think of any other check we haven't done. Agent took care of the south. They've done the north. They've done the northeast. They've done the middle. We've seen the Forgotten spot done. Both raft spots, recorder spot, all of the northwest. It might be power bracelet.
Yeah, I don't have 100% tracking on both of them to know exactly what they've seen and what they haven't seen, but it feels like combined, the two runners have gotten most of this overworld cleared. Now, if Dragondarch says no to this key, I wouldn't be entirely shocked. They only have one key to their name. You don't really want to burn it, and they're going to have the map shortly.
Right, exactly. Yeah, one key is completely different than 3, especially because Agent bought one, so you can kind of, in your head, say, oh, the one I just bought is good for that, but made the correct decision, ultimately, in the end. So we're going to know right now, if Agent just books it to 8, then we're going to kind of know, okay, jig is up. Everything else in the overworld's been done, especially if after that early Triforce, he continues to go through it with silvers. Dragondarch's like, nope. I've got 3 hearts. Let me go get some more hearts before we do this. Fully capable of clearing that room there, but discretion is the better part of valor.
Yeah, we'll see if they go directly back to that Triforce once they find this ladder. I almost say, you know, with the set of rooms down here, maybe you go through a few more, even with the Wizrobe set, and hope for a key. Looks like he's going wrong way to, well, you can't wrong way to the ladder because it's your ladder block, but...
Yeah, it was the same door Agent went through first. So Agent now also an 8, so let's see. I think he's a little further north than Dragondarch was, but I think that may be because we have a ladder now that we didn't have before.
Yeah, well, I feel like he definitely saw this map, so I guess I was going to say the same thing, but it looks like apparently we would have both been wrong. I've definitely seen this ugly shape once before.
For sure.
Dragondarch gets their ladder. A couple rooms could be checked now for keys. That seems to be what's going to be most likely to troll both runners at the moment.
Yeah, keys is a pretty big deal right now. These are a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Keep in mind, if we find any item in this level 8 that is not the power bracelet, we're going to know every single item left in the seed. That's location.
Exactly right. I'm thinking it's power bracelet and any key in here. That's just my feeling. Because power bracelet has to be an 8 or 6, or 2/3 to have the power bracelet here anyway.
I'm going to go with power bracelet and book.
Yeah, book we haven't seen yet. That would be actually really nice for 9, especially with how 9 feels like it's going to lay out. The smaller the 9, the more negative space, and you really want that book for that.
It seems like I can't even read the track because we have that red candle sitting there potentially as well. So we won't know everything, but we're going to be kind of close, especially if they find the item in the last remaining dungeon. So I was getting a little ahead of myself.
Alright, let's give us one thing right here. Dragondarch getting the Triforce in 3. Good combat there.
Got the one off.
6 staircases to deal with here. We got 4 transition staircases and then 2 items.
And it takes you all the way to the northwest and key blocks you both directions.
Maybe this is it. Nope. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna need some keys here. Picked up one there in that room real fast. You saw the 2 jump to 3. You gotta do all this, bud. I know you want to look at the map and say, have I done any yet? But no, we've not been on this left side. This is where silvers are helpful. I guess the white sword is killing them too, which is nice. Bombs dropping like crazy. Dragondarch in the middle of this, so we're going to see a lot of this 8 due to both of them being in the same level right now. At the same time.
Yep, so who's going to pick the right direction to go? It's going to come down to that a little bit as far as who can get through this the fastest and get into level 6 and therefore 9.
It's the worst mugger of all time, but Agen does not want to up A here, so it says a bomb is worth me staying on this west side because I need to get under the G column. I haven't done any of that yet, so let's go over there.
Yeah, worth noting that HN came into this dungeon with 3 keys, whereas Dragondarch had only 1 key to their name coming in, so that could be a big difference too. It may change routing, may benefit Dragondarch to not be able to open key doors, because it might push them directly into the items, or it could push them away.
100%. It happens a lot in 9. You see people that go into 9, they're very cautious about which way they go, or they start taking stairs because they only have 1 or 2 keys. The other person has the any key, and all of a sudden, the person with the any key goes the wrong way because they're going all over, and there's a magic stair, so anything can happen here.
Alright, that staircase goes to the one-off room. We don't need to know what's over there because it's not going to be the Triforce since we have that already. Or we have at least the information on HN side. Dragondarch already has it.
There's a heart, which, if you're thinking about a Mags play, you're going to get. Otherwise, it's just going to skip it.
Yep. Dragondarch, I don't think has the eligible 16th heart, as I think they took a candle to start, but 15 would be as close to completionist as possible. It'd be 2 seeds in a row.
Just jerk percent. Did we see this room?
We didn't see this room on HN's side. It's the power bracelet. Dragondarch was in the room that he was just in.
Alright, so Agent gonna go get his Triforce now. Cleared out the entire west side there, so just has to clear out the southeast, which has the Triforce in it.
Actually, chat's confirming something that I already realized myself, that Dragondarch bought the candle because they could get to 15 here, and the 16th heart is in level 6, which they can't access yet, so dream's alive.
It is alive.
So looking at this now, HN's going to go straight for this Triforce and leave because they know that they can get access to their last dungeon now. If Dragondarch happens upon the any key in level 8, if it's here, that could be a big bonus going into 9.
Yeah, that'd be a huge, huge bonus, I think.
Yeah, it may offset the fact that HN found the power bracelet first in here and it's going to get the time head start.
Right.
We're looking at a situation, though, where Dragondarch's probably going to have to go down to 9 bombs here shortly.
Yeah, because, again, you don't want to up A. You got to get through level, or that column E. Using the $41, that's fine, too.
Yeah, HN didn't have this choice, but Dragondarch had over 100 rupees, so they can just burn through some of their money.
Unfortunately for Dragondarch, one of the big problems too is that even if they do this part really fast, they gotta get back to level 7 still, and you can't get back to level 7 with the flute because you don't have the Triforce. That's what you need. So that being on Death Mountain is gonna be kind of a bummer for him. Pretty big time sink.
I feel like we're getting into that situation though where Dragondarch's really trying to keep their last key, and I feel like the 1 key door in this E column going up is kind of prohibiting them from being able to find the power bracelet.
I mean, if it's the last option, I think they'll use it, and it might be. No, not that one.
Yeah, this gives them access to somewhere else in the dungeon. I think this Goma, I want to say it was potentially a key drop.
Yeah, it was. Agent picked up a key from this for sure. Agent doing our power bracelet checks. We know one of them are going to pop. Hopefully it's the 4th one. It is not. It's the 1st. Man, left or right? Do you want to do those 2 off rooms? Do you want to go back? Dragondarch can come from the south if he goes back around, or go back around.
Yeah, this left door I think is a logical choice. We're gonna find the staircase to go back to the other side of the dungeon at least, so we may open up some more possibilities to finding the second item.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, there's 3 items that Dragondarch could use that could be helpful going to 9, and there's 2 that are not so helpful. We got the red candle and the magic boomerang that can do very little at this point in the seed. We've got the book for maps, we've got the any key, which I think is almost as good as the power bracelet find at this point, and then we've got the power bracelet itself that opens up 6.
Agent with some very good combat. Just his room clear time right now is very, very good inside these levels. I mean, it's easy with the item set that you currently have, but I mean, just his combat's on point. Yeah, just the decision making right there. Switch to arrows. Grabbing the Triforce. Don't need anything in here. I mean, it is very tempting to try to look for this any key on 3 keys, but stage 6, I mean, it's too big of a level when you only get the Triforce 10 rooms in.
Yep. HN at 14 rupees is unlikely to be able to afford a key for the remainder of the seed, so he's going to have to make these 3 keys work.
Gluten to 1. 1 is the closest thing to 9, which is going to be good here. Yeah, if you're Agen right now, you're taking every single stair inside level 9 just because one of those could be that any key. So your travel mode of transportation is not going to be on foot. It's going to be through stairs this time. Inside of 5. Oh, needs the Triforce. Hello.
Yeah, I don't think either runner saw it because there was a ladder block halfway through that little snake on the other segment, and it was required to get to the Triforce.
Yep. I just didn't even look down. Didn't even look down. Alright. Let's give Dragondarch some competitive advantage here just because there's so much cleanup to be done. So we need some quality of life item, the any key, something like that. Looks like it's going to be near the... Like, both items look like they're very clustered towards the middle in the L column. That EL section. Maybe a few under the dash there. Welcome all the raiders from SpeedGaming.
Yeah, for those just joining us, if you didn't know the runner's record, you'd assume this is a top of the charts match between 2 5-0 runners, but we got 2 runners at 3 and 2, Ategenos and Dragondarch, both looking to get win number 4 since it opens up some potentials for easier groups. And we're looking at a seed that's potentially going to get close to that sub-hour mark depending on how trolly 9 is. Dragondarch's just looking for the power bracelet to be able to go to level 9 at some point because they need the ability to get to level 6. Whereas Ategenos is a little bit ahead of that, has cleared all the Triforces, and is going in here at about 56.5 minutes.
Yeah, but really these guys were, they were both, you know, right on top of each other all the way until we had a key situation kind of in the middle of the seed. So just a couple key difference was a huge deal in this seed. And we talked about that at the very beginning. Like 5 minutes into the seed, we were like, oh, you know, keys are usually a big deal in these seeds. It came to fruition here too.
Looks like Agen's going to clear around some rooms here, see if the drop happens early on. As I think Dragondarch is going to find the second item in this level 8, and it is Magical Boomerang. So it's not going to help that he's dug out the entire level 8. They're going to have to go and probably burn this last key to go west here in hopes of finding the power bracelet.
That is such a bummer because if you're rooting for Dragondarch, you wanted that to be anything else. Book would have been good for 9. Any key would have been great. Like that was one of the only things they couldn't have seen that was really bad. That or the red candle for sure.
And what's worse is you can't get around on this side of level 8. It's completely blocked off, so you're going to have to go down and around and probably going to have to burn down the 0 keys again.
Yeah, just unfortunate ordering here and use of resources. Agent did buy probably, what, 4 keys this seed, so that didn't matter. Dragondarch bought a couple too, though, so... You never know, man. Rando's gonna rando.
Well, Ategenos finds the map of 9. It's not too trolly a 9. It's not the biggest, not the smallest, but it's not really got too much in terms of linear progression. Just that top little hook, I guess, is linear.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. And that's really good for the key situation, because usually you can find alternate routes around. You got 12 sets of transport staircase, or 6 sets, 12 transport staircases, and then just those blocks, you know, under the T, the A, the G on the top, you can usually get around somehow.
And of course, HN finds the map of 9. What's going to be found first in 9? The book.
The book. And that any key is just going to be sitting in 6, isn't it? rest of the season.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Another
9-6 soon. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dragondarks can't use that last key. They know they need it for level 7 to be able to get back to a potential Triforce area. They may need 2 for all they know, so probably looking to try and hold on to this last key. May even clear some rooms in level 5 in hopes of getting a keep drop there as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they know 5 was ladder block, not key block, so they, like you said, might get a key or 2 in 5. Man, maybe it's time to do some gambling, get some money, get a couple keys. You definitely buy one because we know the keys are pretty cheap here. Sitting on the white sword, you don't need those silvers for combat, so you can use all of your resources now to buy that second key. Looks like Dragondarch's going to go back to 7 right away.
The only small criticism I have of Dragondarch's routing is they went ahead and passed up the the guaranteed mags, specifically when we were at the raft spot for Vanilla Forest raft spot, which had level 3.
Right.
Seemed like the good chance to go ahead and check that. I know combat-wise we're all set. We got Wand, we got White Sword, so you don't really need it, but it could speed you up a little bit, especially in Wizrobe rooms.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that one. The nice thing for Dragondarch, though, is once they get inside of level 9, you know, if we still have a race going on, looks like keys are pretty neutral, if not favored, towards the runner in 9. As Agen picks up another one. Another transport. Here, Agen's just looking for the roar. Listening for the roar. Yeah, Agen's very efficient. Very good combat, good movement. Except for this little dude flying around. But other than that, I mean, that's why, I mean, his times are very good, you know, in almost any CD plays because he is efficient with movement. Very good decision-making. Just all-around good Z1R player. Is that a push block? It is not. There's Zelda right there. Okay, so we got half the knowledge. If it is that little hook fury, I'm blaming you.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't care if I get blamed. Give it to me.
Give it to me. Well, can't really do anything because she's north, so there's no use clearing anything there.
Yeah, I think we go back and look for a staircase and try and get away from this area as best we can.
This is good. Dragondarch's going to grab level 6's Triforce here very quick, doing it pretty much the same route that Ategenos did, right there. With the silvers, there's no chance Dragondarch's going to go through this whole 6, especially over an hour. The hook does bring you back. Blues Traveler. Thank you, Phil Collins. Alright, coming back through north. Down and around. So 5's an easy cleanup, which is good. 7's an easy cleanup. I mean, Dragondarch doesn't know it yet, but as long as they go back on the same path it is. You don't need the other item inside of 8. Well, wait, what was the other item in 8? No, you don't. We got the one, so we're good.
I mean, I would take the other item in 8, but at this point in the scene...
The other one. The recap, I'm like, wait a minute. Is this the mags check right here?
We have a roar.
Alright. We got half the... Oh, the easiest room in the game?
Looks like he stuck the wall, though, so this is going to be a little bit difficult on the first hit, but after that, it should reset and be clean from there.
Yeah, the offset. So the reason that works, Chad, is because Ganon's hitbox detection is only, the collision detection is only the northwest part of the sprite. So he can always get in the right wall. He can't get in the left one because his collision is going to hit the left wall, but he can get all the way in the right wall, which does offset him, like Fury's saying.
Yep. If you're looking for techniques and how to fight Ganon, go look up all the information that Redbird has provided on it.
Almost too much. If you can't sleep at night, take a watch that YouTube video.
Just make sure you have more rupees than he did in one of his races.
Hey, now, come on. I deserve it. I deserve it. Nice fight considering how Ganon's pattern was, though, for sure.
Dragondarch's going to get the Triforce out of 5, but it's a little bit too little, too late, unless we have vertical shoot and then some more troll. But nope. Get your GGs out for 8 gen.
Not so bad. Mock him mercilessly, please.
Oh yeah, I'm going to get him for his bombing, trying to bomb into the HUD. He's going to get it.
For sure. No, that was a good race. I mean, we expected it from Agen and Dragondarch. They're both very, very good Z1R players. And unfortunately for Dragondarch, it was just keys. Because you see, the only reason they're going back to 7 is because there wasn't keys through that room. The reason they had problems in 8 is because they couldn't just go and navigate the entire north-central part of that because of the key constraints. So that was all it was. A couple key difference, and that was the race there.
Yeah, with that, we are joined by Agen. Agen, congratulations, and thank you for testing to make sure the bomb wall didn't bomb down level 7 into the HUD. We need to know.
We love you, Agen.
Hey, I try.
I didn't give him enough grief on commentary throughout the majority of the race, so we had to get him right away. But that seed wasn't too bad. I mean, you find the Armos item, it's like, hey, a bow, and then you go a couple screens over, hey, a white sword, and you go into one, hey, a red ring, and it's not recorder block.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really got you in this one is you had to go into 5 to get the recorder.
I mean, you had all 3 overworld blocks. There was a lot of blocks, but the seed kind of led you through it and then held your hand with those blocks.
Yeah, for sure. I was really hoping I wasn't going to need the power bracelet, but yeah, alas.
So, any guesses on what the key to the seed was, or the keys to the seed were?
I don't know, I went and bought keys.
Pretty much, you bought a handful more than Dragondarch. I think they bought 1 or 2, and you bought, what, 3 or 4? And they had to leave 7 because they didn't have enough keys to get to the Triforce. And that's kind of put them back a little bit, but more so even in level 8, they couldn't afford to open up some key doors that would have gotten them to the power bracelet a little bit quicker. So they went and found the magical boomerang first.
Ugh. Yeah, I wasn't too happy seeing all the key doors early, so I figured I would pick a few up. Since you didn't... I mean, I guess I bought arrows as well, but you didn't need to buy a ring. You didn't need to buy potions. Bombs were pretty cheap, but there were a pretty good set of bomb droppers on the overworld.
Yeah, just kind of one of those that if you were efficient and made good decisions, you were going to do well in this seed, and you were. I mean, everything that you did, decision-making wise, made sense. It was logical. Your room clear times were very good tonight. I mean, your combat was on point, so you routed as well as I think you could have, Agen.
I mean, everybody combat on point with a white sword and a red ring, let's be honest here.
Well, I know, but I mean, still, you pulled out the silvers with some, and like we made... Fury made 1 point, you were killing likes at one point. You're killing them with 2 silver strikes and then a white sword, just to be efficient and not use three pieces of silver when you didn't need to. So it was kind of one of those that you're just in the zone and you were going through it, moving through it, man.
Yeah, I had fun with this one. I was feeling pretty good. It's a lot better than that practice seed I did beforehand.
Oh, Fury's telling me all about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just either I'm really fluid in combat or I'm not, and I managed to be pretty good in this one. Overworld start screen kind of sucked, but other than that,
I'm mad we didn't get to see you fight Patras on Wood Sword. I'm mad we didn't get to see you fighting Gleox on Wood Sword. So I did not get anything worth the price of admission tonight.
I'm sorry.
Dragondarch, unfortunately, right now, hold on 1 second, is on Redbirdgrad rupee count for Ganon, so this is something to watch here. But anyway, go ahead. What were you saying, Agent?
Well, there's plenty of tektites in here and stuff and ropes.
There's $5. All right, we're good. Never mind.
This 9 was interesting to say the least. It's like, here, walk 5 rooms before you could go anywhere.
Yeah.
And of course, you always want to get to that southwest or east section because that's where everything's blocked off, and there was nothing over there. That was awesome.
It was all west side, wasn't it? He was in the northwest and she was in the southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the keys were the big thing, man. Like, I didn't know whether to use keys or not, but there were a couple of spots in the dungeons. It's like, I don't want to walk all the way back here. And so I used a key. And fortunately, a lot of times I got one back. But
So were you totally shocked to see that the book was in 9 mere moments after getting the map?
I was kind of pissed. But, it's like, why couldn't that have been the any key so I don't have to think anymore?
We were really hoping the any key was the item in 8 because it looked like Dragondarch was going to get a little bit behind you by about 6 or 7 minutes, and if that any key's in 8, suddenly it's just breeze mode because Dragondarch's been killing a couple of rooms just to try and manufacture some more keys and be able to use some more key doors, and it hasn't worked out, and it actually has cost them a little bit more time.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. I was killing every room I could just for the off chance of a key, and I did get a few there in level 9 that kept me afloat because they just they weren't around very often when you needed them. Level 1 was particularly bad because you had like 4 or 5 key door options, and you're like, well, which one do I take? And I honestly, I almost bailed because I thought it could have been the dig dogger, and I'm glad I kept digging because the red ring really makes your seeds go fast.
Yeah, that was a point too that we had talked about. Some people might have just dipped because that looked like the item room, right? Looked like it was just going to be there and you didn't have to go back through. But especially with the keys that you had to use down there. But you went one way, it gave you a key. You went the other way, and it led you to the red ring. So no matter which decision you made, as long as you kept going, you were okay and won.
I was kind of scared Ganon was going to be in this little upper northern hook.
I was hoping. It was one thing I actually said, verbatim. I want Ganon to be in the hook.
Yeah, you said you wanted it to be in the hook, and then you're going to pass the buck blame-wise to me instantly.
That's how it works.
So you blame Fury for it. Yeah, fortunately again for Dragondarch, that this is kind of a key neutral 9. If anything, you actually gain keys as you're going through it. What was weird though, Ategenos, was that you guys actually trailed each other, and almost because you started on the right side of the map in the overworld, you did the levels in a lot of the same order. Dragondarch went a little further into 8th than you did at first, saw where the Triforce was. But I'm not really sure where the key difference came in because you explored the levels about the same. I think just when you bought the keys compared to when Dragondarch bought their keys was the difference. But you guys, I mean, if you go back and watch, you're on each other's heels the entire match.
Yeah, once I maxed out my rupees, I made the conscious decision to go back to the key shop because there was no reason to keep running around with money.
Right.
And I figured, well, I can go do level 1, see what's in there, and then kind of go from there.
Agent, have you played Legacy of a Wizard?
Briefly, and then I quit.
I couldn't figure it out.
I'm not smart enough.
I'm too dumb for it, yeah. It's an awesome sprite set, but I'm just not smart enough for Legacy.
Like, I've seen the speedruns and stuff, and it's pretty sweet, but I'm not smart enough to play that game or understand what you're supposed to do.
I think it's one where you're supposed to have the instruction manual.
And be good at platformers.
And be good at platformers, yeah.
You should find Ganon here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Ganon was around there, right?
Yeah, he's like 2 screens down.
Well, hopefully be funneled back. That'll be funneled back.
There's the roar. Okay, just 1 screen down.
The manual's no help? Well, that's not good, Eat My Steel.
Just
Deadly Towers was a fantastic game, UCLA.
Oh gosh, Deadly Towers.
I loved that game, dude.
I tried. I did. But I'm like, man.
Oh, man. My dad and I actually played that game for hours.
Well, that's cool.
I don't think I ever did anything in it. I don't think I ever beat it or anything. I remember playing it when I was young, though.
My dad and I would play Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and Final Fantasy. And I discovered that if you took the weapon off of the master, which was still using, Corneria nunchucks at level 40, it actually did more damage.
No, my dad and I used to stay up at night, and then when it was time for me to go to bed, I would go to bed, and I'd hear stories that my mom would find my dad at 2 or 3 in the morning still up trying to find the next level in Zelda.
Nice.
He would play it more than I would.
That is awesome.
Oh, go ahead, Fury. Sorry.
I'll say it was the complete opposite for me. I would sit there and I'd get stuck in Zelda 1, not being able to find my way around 9, and then my mom would just walk in and just go, here you go, and just beat it instantly. It's like, what the
She
heck?
knew. Oh man, that's awesome. She probably played it while you were asleep and was like, "This fool is stuck on this spot." Here, hold on.
Yeah, you go and play the game, then you come back, and you're no longer stuck in level 5, you're suddenly on Master Quest.
That's hysterical.
Looks like Dragondarch's going to take the right staircase, though, to get their way towards Zelda's room. Shouldn't be too long now.
Boom. Got it. They get your GGs out. A well-run, unfortunate race for Dragondarch from a key and financial standpoint, but other than that, good combat, good routing, good everything else. A couple little hiccups there and here and there, but that's the race. And when you're going against Agen, man, it's tough.
And looks like we're joined by Dragondarch. Dragondarch, first question for you. Matrix said he could have rolled you more keys. Would you have rolled that seed up instead, or happy with what you got?
Matrick is still 100% banned from ever rolling seeds for me again.
GT Dragondarch.
There were no keys. There were no keys, and that 8 was horrible.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I mean, you guys were on each other's. You're on each other's like back almost the entire time. Like it was within 30 seconds, within one screen, 2 screens in the overworld. One person went into one dungeon, the next person followed him into it. But for some reason, there was like a key deficiency somewhere in the middle of the seed, and Agen would have like 3 keys in a dungeon you'd walk into one with, and it just kind of spiraled from there. And you couldn't complete 7, you couldn't do all the exploration in 8 that you wanted to. That would have been a little bit faster. It was just kind of one of those that it spiraled just because of that key situation.
Yeah, and they weren't like super expensive or anything, but it's like it was giving me just enough keys now and again to be like, okay, yeah, you can make a little bit of progress, and not being able to finish 7 while I was up there kind of hurt, because that was not quick to get back to after being completely key blocked out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, otherwise, outside of the key situation, good combat on your side. I mean, made it a great show. Good routing otherwise, and good decision making. It was just those darn keys were the outcome of the seed here.
I'd love to know where the any key was, but I'm betting it was in 9.
We only found the book in 9. Agen found that one. We didn't find the other item, and we didn't find the item in 6, but we have knowledge of everything else. So we're missing the red candle, and the any key is in one of those 2.
Okay, so it literally wouldn't have mattered where the any key was anyway, because 6 was going to be the last dungeon you found regardless.
Right. And yeah, and by then, like, level 9, because we saw Agen go through a little bit before you did, of course, was key neutral for you. So we knew you would have no issues there. But all the levels before then were the problem, and that's where the any key probably was 6. So yeah, it's not cool that either one of you guys are 3-3 because you're both phenomenal. I mean, Fury made a comment. We had SpeedGaming come in and rate us. SpeedGaming won, and they were like, well, for all the new people, this looks like a matchup of a couple 5-0s because of how well you guys were playing. But I mean, at the end of the day, we've got a 4-2 and 3-3, just the way the brackets have, or the way the matchups have kind of shifted out here. And it's crazy to see either of you guys at 3-3 because you're fantastic.
Rando gonna rando.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, I think these flags have done a very good job of evening the playing field, just because of the way that they play out. A lot of times you've got a full clear with extra bosses and stuff. I don't know. I've enjoyed the flags a lot, and there's also a lot more, like, and I've said it 100 times, people have got a lot better at Zelda Randomizer. And so the playing field itself is also a lot more even. So, it's a lot easier to lose matches.
Yeah, definitely is. And that was a 100% full clear overworld for me this time, so thanks, game.
Yeah, I mean, we're still doing it in what under an hour 20. I mean, go back 3 years and nobody could beat a seed in less than if you got a 120, you were godlike.
Yeah, it's definitely come a long way in a not very long amount of time.
A good game, man. It was. I always enjoy racing you.
Yeah, that was outside of the key situation. That was actually a pretty fun seed. I was actually feeling pretty good about it early on. About half hour, 40 minutes in, I'm actually feeling pretty good, and then I'm out of keys, and it's like this is going to be a problem, and I know it's going to cost me.
Yeah, up until 7, I mean, everything was probably kosher. You guys were probably both, like I said, very, very close. I mean, on each other's heels, and it was just that darn 7 where you got stuck there, and then all of a sudden had to make different decisions than 8. But good luck going forward. I mean, we're 6 weeks in. We got brackets coming up now, and you guys think you have this figured out? Agen, we'll start with you.
I race somebody, maybe.
Not who you're playing. I mean, the flag set, goofball.
Oh, I was like, I still don't know how brackets work.
I don't know. We have no. We're throwing darts here at the.
No, I love. Like I said, I love the flag set. The extra bosses and stuff makes it adventurous enough to where it's not the same every time. And I like it. I've never liked shapes, but I actually don't mind this flag set. It's shapes is growing on me, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Good. How about you, Dragondarch?
I guess I have to play somebody next week, so I should probably stay practicing.
Do we still feel like we're clearing 95% of these seeds
Every time.
We are.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. There's been a couple where you don't, and you don't clear Upper Death Mountain or something, and those are your sub-hour seeds. But otherwise, you're clearing everything.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good luck going forward. Thank you guys for the great race. It was fantastic. You're both amazing.
Yeah, thank you, Fury and Redbird, for comms, and Boof and Boom for doing the tracking, and SpeedGaming for hosting these as always.
Thanks to both runners for making this game look easy, so the two idiots rambling in the booth didn't look so dumb.
I resemble that remark.
Me too.
Yeah, take us out of here, man. I appreciate the doing a commentary with you. It's always good to be on the mic with you, and we had a lot of fun.
Yep, likewise. But on behalf of SpeedGaming, thanks to them again for putting us on the air. Thanks to my co-com, Redbird Grad. Thanks to Boof and Boom for tracking for us. Thanks to the runners. Thanks to the tournament admins. More races tomorrow, and maybe group hype shortly thereafter. Maybe Saturday night, maybe Sunday morning. So look forward to seeing that, but see y'all then.